Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Good morning to one and all. 7th of October, we started the chapter Human Settlement, chapter 7, page number 46. I finished off that explanation. That was all about India and its diversity. Same way, today we are in with page number 47, Brazil, figure 7.2a, 7.2b, the Amazon River Basin, the Sao Paulo Strait region, which is a very highly dense populated region. Then the city of Sao Paulo is also shown in figure 7.3, and you can see the Amazon River or Amazon rainforest, the basin out there, 7.4. You can see the difference in the dwelling, in the settlements. There's vast difference between that. In the Amazon River basin, you will find very less or no settlements out there in both the figures 7.2a and 7.4. If you see, you will just see all forest out there, and the largest river out there itself is here. And if you see the state of Sao Paulo with the aerial view, you can see how densely or how nucleated settlements have been set up out there. And then the city of Sao Paulo, you can see there are all, you can call it as a simple concrete jungle. That means you can just see only skyscrapers out there, buildings out there, and no hutment areas or village or hamlet areas. Let's move on with the geographical explanation of Brazil. The earlier settlements in Brazil were formed by the settlers from Europe, mainly in the coastal areas. There are spelling errors in the line on the same page 47. Now the settlements have developed and are densely populated. The major reasons of development are as follows. Firstly, I already told you in my previous lecture that humans require favorable conditions to survive in any place. Food, clothing, shelter, air, water, transportation, communication, trade, business, so on and so forth. All these things are required. Same way in Brazil also. Although the coastline is hot and humid and the flatland is limited due to rugged topography. Rugged topography means uneven landforms. Mountains, plains, plateaus, cliffs, ravines, valleys, all these are there in the topography of Brazil. The region has a good water supply and a large range of natural resources, especially for Sao Paulo. In the state of Sao Paulo. Sao Paulo has an extensive area, rich soil, which makes it ideal for growing coffee. That is why Brazil is known as the coffee house of the world. It also has a large supply of natural minerals close by, such as iron ore, and it also has a steady energy supply. The southeastern area has a good transport system too. This makes the Sao Paulo area a nucleated settlement, concentrated settlement area. Rural areas such as the Northeast Highlands suffer from extreme droughts. Droughts mean where there is no or less rainfall in that particular area, which makes it difficult for practicing. Practicing spelling is incorrect. Agriculture and hence settlement are sparse here. Sparse means less or rare or diminished. Obviously, where there is every favorable condition for a human being to survive, it is very easy for anyone to live in a place where you have food, clothing, shelter, air, transportation, communication, business, employment, cultivation, agriculture. All these things are available, so it becomes very easy for a person to live in such a region. But when it is extreme climates where there is no rainfall, or drought region, or arid region, or semi-dry region, or no rainfall region, obviously there will be no settlement or sparse settlement, or there are less people living in such areas. Areas covered in Brazil, some major reasons are there given out here. 7.4, you can see the rainforest in Amazon River Basin. Area covered by thick, dense equatorial rainforest. The figure 7.4, you can see there's too much of forest out there, too much of jungle out there, too much of woods out there. So obviously human beings will not survive in such a dense forest because there will be more of wildlife out there. Secondly, the climate is unhealthy and unfit for settlement. Obviously, why the climate is unhealthy? Because it rains all around the year in such regions. Limitations are on use and exploitation of natural resources. Obviously, you cannot have any form of business out there. You cannot make any form of transportation, and you cannot have any form of communication out there in such a region where there is rainfall all around the year and dense forest where you cannot use the forest for your own work. Poor transport links in the region. Transportation is rather sparse, rather less in such a place where the uneven form of topography is there, where there is mountains, rivers, forests, wildlife, flora and fauna is too dense, and because of all the wildlife available out here, obviously one is much more precarious in taking care of one's own life rather than going into such venture where a person will lose his or her own life in such a manner. Now let's move on to page number 48, where you have two graphs out there. We shall finish off with one graph at present. That's your line graph showing you the Indian trend of urbanization. Urbanization means the city life region from 1961 to 2011. In that case, the level of urbanization is measured in terms of percentage of urban population to total population. Urban population means all the city areas. Total population means the whole of India. So the figure 7.5, India trend of urbanization from 1961 to 2011. Every 10 years, 61, 71, 81, 91, 2001 and then 2011. Every 10 years, and that 10 years calculation is known as census. The 10-year calculation is known as census, 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 and it is done in the percentage form. What is the percentage of urbanization in 1961? It is 18% in 1961. In which decade was the urbanization highest? Obviously, the highest at present is in they are asking the decade. So you can find out the range is from it is between 1971 to 1981. That was a decade in the urbanization highest. In which decade is the growth of urbanization lowest? Obviously, it is between 61 to 71, just 0.2 urbanization percentage was increased. Any questions regarding that? You are most welcome to ask me in that way. Now, looking up into the same graph of 2011, it is clear from the above graph that the growth of urbanization in India has been slow. The level of urbanization in India in 2011 was just 31.16%, which is quite low in comparison to developed countries. At the same time, the urban population is increasing. Expansion of urban centers and emergence of new towns have played a significant role in the growth of urban population and urbanization in a country. Now, if you look into the same way, state-wise, we have good urbanized states in such a manner where we can get everything done up in a proper way. Urbanization has been more in the southern part than in the northern part of India. Goa is the most urbanized state with 62% population living in the urban area. Delhi is more than 80% of urban region. Gujarat, Kerala, urbanization is more. Himachal Pradesh, Jammu Kashmir, Uttarakhand, Bihar, Rajasthan are some of the states with low or less type of urbanization in that way. Now, if you look at the map graph given below, the map given below, page number 48, which you have to draw on a blank map of India. Remember, it is a choropleth map. Choropleth map means what? One color with different shades. That means if you have taken red, you add white into it, it will become pink and light and light and light and that one. And if you have red in color, you put one drop of black and then you increase the shade into a darker manner in such a way. where it will be helpful to you in making everything move in a specialized manner. So the prepare a chloropep map showing you urban population using the data given in the table below. This is from 2011 census. Serial number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is given. Urban population percentage is given out there, and it is the various states of India. So first and foremost thing, you will have to draw the complete states of India, or you can purchase a ready-made map, but it would be much more preferable if you know how to draw each and every state in a proper, correct manner, because any question may be asked in such a way where you have to draw up a state also in for the board exam. So it's better if you take a blank map and draw the states first properly in a even manner, and then according to the percentage given you can use various shades of color in such a way, and you can draw up the map in such a manner where you can have India urban population on the graphic manner, figure 7.5, and again give it a try where you can have urban population region in the map form also. Any questions, any doubts, any queries, you can refer to YouTube Educare, Phonics Educare. You can call me. I am available 24/7 round the clock, and any doubts, any queries, you are most welcome to ask me. We shall continue in our next lecture. Jazakallah. Thank you.